Welcome back to a brand new video here on Off Scratch. This by far is one of my favourite iron drills, no matter if you've got your short, your medium or long ones, Nat, to help get a little bit more pressure into this lead foot to help hit down, and that's a key element if you want to start striking those irons. Now before that, I just want to remind you, we do have a giveaway. That is your chance to get your hands on our brand new Get Back Into Golf Guide, but also choose a plan of your choice. Throughout this video, we'll tell you how you can get your hands on that and enter the giveaway.
Something everyone needs to take a look at because you can get 2 plans for free. Why not?
You know what? Have a look at our website now and see which one takes your fancy, and then you can come back and enter. Okay, so first things first, Nat, I want people to understand this. Like, where your weight and your centre of mass throughout the swing is will determine where your low point is.
Definitely.
So nice and simple, if I put my weight on my back foot, I'm more likely going to sort of catch that ground early, and that's where I see a lot of people, especially with longer irons, we try and help get that ball in the air. Where I want it to be is, and I'm exaggerating this, look how much more I'm on my left hand side, and this will encourage a more downwards hit down towards the ball, which actually takes your strike from sort of first groove to maybe 3 or 4 up, more spin on the ball, more height.
Okay.
So, Nat, first things first, can you give us an exercise, and this will become apparent why, how we can start strengthening this lead leg? So left leg for a right-handed player, right leg for a left-handed player.
Okay, so this is actually one of my favourite lower body strength exercises. For many reasons. A, it's really simple, you can do it at various different contexts, but also you can't not get in this position. It's pretty much impossible. Let me borrow your club a sec, Alex. If you don't have any weights at home, or you're a beginner, I would recommend starting with the golf club or a resistance band. If you feel pretty competent in the movement and you can feel the sensations of what we're asking you to do, you can use 2 dumbbells, kettlebells, even a barbell if you've got one. So, all we're going to do, let me just move this across, Alex, is the aim of the game here is to get this left hip pushing backwards, load in the glute, load in the hamstring of this side. Which is what happens as you come into the golf ball. Exactly. And the key thing here is making sure we keep this foot connected nicely to the ground. Okay. We don't want this spinning out, it's not allowed to roll. We've got to use the foot well to make sure we load the hip. So if I start both feet together, I'm just going to use the club at the front of me just as a guideline. And all I want you to do is take this right foot or right leg, reach it behind you to touch the toes very lightly on the floor. This gives me this bend here through this leg where I push this hip behind me, loaded this butt cheek, this hamstring. And if this was your weights, you would hold them here, and I just ever so slightly push my chest towards the toe line. I can feel, it's quite a hard position to hold. I'm going to fall over pretty quickly. So this is all about developing some strength in this left side, isn't it? Definitely, bit of strength, bit of balance, bit of connection to the floor. So as one full rep, it would look a little bit like this. I would be holding my weights or my club, reach behind, touch, and then drive this up strong here. So you'd be making some motions that were like... Yeah, it's a variation of a hinge, but I think the little toe touch on the floor on a straight leg means that you cannot not get this right, if that makes sense. I think when we get people to do it the traditional way of sort of leg in the air, all sorts of things go on with the other leg, and really this means that you can't not load that hip, and you should straight away feel your glute doing some work. So how many reps are you suggesting? Each leg, would you do this as well, just to keep the balance? Both sides, I would say 8 to 10. If you've got weights, you can always afford to go a little bit less because you're loading it a little bit, and you'll get a bit of soreness off this if you do this loaded. It's quite a hard exercise. You're not really selling this exercise. Make sure you do it then. Okay, so to bring this into a drill that you can take to the course, I definitely recommend doing that, building some strength. You're going to be more inclined to turn into that leg, whereas if you've got a bit of a weak and imbalance, it's going to be less likely that you're going to want to do that. So nice and simple, what I want you to think about here is, imagine I put a towel down here, and just for the simple fact that now it gives us a focus point. Okay. Like a lot of people need a little focus point, me being one of them. And I want you to think, right, as you come into the golf ball, can you feel you've got a little bit more weight and pressure in the side with the towel than not in this one? We should feel maybe a bit of pressure in the right big toe as sort of we're pushing off that. Okay. But what we don't want to be hitting balls is sort of like this. Leaning back, yeah. So what I would do is just make a few reps where you just swing it back, come back just to pre-impact, and just feel like, where's that weight and pressure? If I lift that toe up, am I more this side?
Hopefully the answer to that question is yes. It's sort of like a bit of a toe tap.
So you're trying to push that towel down into the floor?
I would say what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to feel that I am moving into that side, and I'd say my heel would be sort of pushing.
So it's keeping the towel on the ground then, so it shouldn't be blown away from underneath.
Shouldn't be blown away, or it's certainly like Nat was saying before, we shouldn't sort of see it
dragging,
crumple up or move like this. Okay, so I nearly fell over again. I did that in another video.
Keep that in as well.
Okay, so what I'd do here is I'd place this on the ground. It's very windy here today. As you can see, my hair is all over the place.
Yeah, mine.
So again, what I'm trying to do is hit some balls away, trying to feel in that left side. So a little bit of something like this. I really felt like I was putting some pressure into that ground, as opposed to if I grabbed another ball then, if I hit one away and sort of left it on my right side, it would sort of be something like that.
Yeah, and it's going to crumple every time then, isn't it?
Yeah, because your studs are going to pick it up and move it. So two great simple ways. One, you can do at home. Do some homework on this. Kettle drills like Nat suggested in the past to help you do this drill, bridge that gap to the golf course, and you know what? Simply improve your golf. But it's now time to let you know how you can enter the giveaway. Really nice and simple. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Make sure you comment down below what is your favourite golf course you have ever played. Doesn't matter if we've not heard of it, just let us know what is your favourite golf course you have ever played. And for extra entries, like this video and share it with 3 friends. Thanks so much for watching, and we do hope you enjoyed this video.